Good afternoon. I'm Robert Blythe, proud mayor of the city of Richmond, Kentucky, and I'm so pleased and grateful that you have taken the time to, by whatever means, and of course these days most of what we are doing is virtual, but appreciate also those members of our City Hall staff for being a part of this State of the City address. I want to thank also those who have made it possible by handling the technology that's so necessary these days so that you will be able to take part in this address. It is my great honor to serve you as Richmond Mayor. I've been in this role for 2 years now, after 16 years spent serving as a commissioner, a member of the Board of Commissioners of the City of Richmond. I'm always proud to represent this great city, and I have a few personal milestones I want to let you know about that I celebrate as well. This year marks 50 years since I graduated from Eastern Kentucky University, part of the class of 1971. This is also my 40th year serving as pastor of the First Baptist Church of the city of Richmond, located on Francis Street. Now, for what it's worth, this is also my 50th year being a member of AAA. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I thought I'd pass that along to you. At the end of this term, as mayor, I will have spent 20 years serving as an elected official here in the city of Richmond. I say that with great pride. I have in my heart today a psalm that expresses my feelings as I make this presentation to you. It is Psalm 103 from the Old Testament scriptures. David the psalmist says, "Bless the Lord, O my soul. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord and forget not all his benefits." The past year has truly been unprecedented and something we won't soon forget. While we are not completely out of the woods yet, the vaccination rollout gives us hope that a return to normalcy gets closer day by day. With the assistance of the city clerk, city manager, and our communication and community development director over the past several days, I can update you today on the work of our departments whose efforts affect your daily lives and the activities in this city. Before I begin with that, I want to thank a few individuals for their partnership with the city of Richmond. I'd like to congratulate EKU President David McFadden on his new role. I know he is committed to EKU's future success, and the city is happy to continue our town and gown relationship with the university. Next is our partners at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Colonel Edward Williams is a friend, and we're happy to see the progress in regard to their chemical weapons destruction project. Finally, I'd like to thank the Madison County Judge Executive Reagan Taylor and Berea Mayor Bruce Fraley for their continued friendship and willingness to partner as our separate local governments work together for the good of the people. It is our responsibility to be good stewards of your money. I take pleasure in reporting the current financial picture of Richmond. Given the recent financial woes of so many cities and counties across our state and our nation, I am comforted to know and report that we are reasonably financially secure. Here are some numbers. Our general fund balance is currently $25.2 million. We operated fiscal year 2020 $5.36 million below budget. The reason for this is twofold. Our revenue came in 12.7% above our projected revenue, and our operating expense was 91% of our projected costs. Our contingency fund ended the year with $10.3 million. This reserve fund, also known as the Rainy Day Fund, is used in unexpected events. And we have had some rainy days. This reserve is currently funded at approximately 39% of our annual expenditures. The Capital Projects Fund has $6.17 million currently. These funds are available for current and future projects, and upon completion of a project, there is a 5-year time frame to replenish the capital projects account. Our city's debt obligation is in great shape, as we have one outstanding bond in the amount of $1.22 million in principal. Even with the unusual times we're living in, there are signs of investment being made in Richmond's economy. Madison County experienced a 20% increase in home sales in 2020 when compared to 2019. More people are making this their home, and there is good reason to choose Richmond. EKU, our 4-year university, has an enrollment of almost 16,000 students. We have 4 exits along the I-75 corridor. We're making improvements to our infrastructure, and we've shown we can work well to accommodate industry, corporate business, and small business alike. Our residents are hospitable and supportive of the activities in our city. All of these factors and more impact the growth of this great city. As new and existing businesses begin opening their doors back to the public, we want to be certain that they are given a great chance to survive. You may have heard of the upcoming downtown district improvements that were presented to the Commission last month. These improvements will clean up our downtown district and help encourage new business growth, while helping existing businesses who already call our downtown home. We're also in the process of documenting the condition of our sidewalks, starting with the downtown district. Once documented, improvements will begin to be made to give residents an easier and safer path to the places they travel. Another new addition to our downtown district is the installation of 3 murals, commissioned and paid for by the city. I want to give thanks to our city manager and our tourism director, Lori Murphy Tatum, for their hand in securing the funds and coordinating the painting of these murals. Be sure and stop by the Millstone Park, take a stroll on Water Street, or check out the public library to see all 3 of these murals. These add a wonderful aesthetic to our downtown while celebrating our past and our present. The pandemic caused the cancellation of many things in 2020, but we're still moving forward at the City of Richmond. 1 year ago, I announced to you our plans to hold the Millstone Festival in October. I am pleased to announce today that while we were not able to have the festival last year, the inaugural Millstone Festival will be held in October of this year. We continue to monitor state and federal guidelines and will make any modifications as deemed necessary. But our hope and our intent is that we are all safely celebrating this fall at Richmond's new festival. I also wanted to provide you with an update on 2 ongoing projects tied to our downtown district. The first is Water Street. I am pleased to report that the project was completed last year and has held up to countless instances of harsh weather. including the most recent snow, ice, and heavy rainfall. This is proof that the issues have been corrected. Water Street is home to many businesses and residents, and we're grateful for their patience over the years as we have finally fixed the street for what we believe to be for good. The second project is the West Main Street project. The Commission recently made the decision to discontinue this project due to projected rising costs, delayed timelines also, and the potential for federal grant funds drying up in the future. It is our job to be fiscally responsible for the citizens of Richmond, and we did not make this decision lightly. We will continue to seek opportunities to improve not only West Main Street, but all areas of our city for our residents. Our industrial future is very bright. Our friends at Asahi Forge have completed outside plant construction on the third facility in our industrial park, and equipment is now being installed. Their opening is tentatively scheduled for September 2021. This is a capital investment of $40 million, 80 new jobs, and $30 million in revenue. TRB, Lightweight Structures, is also hard at work adding employees to their new operation in what is the former Sub-Zero Wolf building. Finally, Framebridge announced the hiring of 120 additional jobs in the fall of 2020 to support their Richmond operation. In addition, David Stipes and the Richmond Industrial Development Corporation are hard at work developing a build-ready site of 21 acres. Construction of this site will begin in spring 2021, and once completed, we will have a 190,000 square foot building pad ready to be occupied by prospective industry. The site, once complete, will be submitted to the Kentucky Cabinet of Economic Development as only one of 16 sites in Kentucky with a build-ready certification. I want to thank David Stipes and his board for their continuing hard work and dedication to supporting, expanding, and improving Richmond's economic and industrial environment. As our industrial development continues to grow on Exit 83 along Duncannon Lane, we also have reason to celebrate another major announcement for this area. Late last year, we were pleased to announce the construction of a Buc-ee's Travel Center off Exit 83. This 53,000 square foot facility will have 120 fueling stations, or what we commonly call gas pumps, with the capability of servicing thousands of vehicles per day that travel along the interstate. This facility will be a $30 million investment in our community and bring with it between 150 to 200 jobs. I want to thank everyone who has helped make this investment a reality for our community. Unfortunately, given the past year's economic climate, we saw the loss of some businesses across our city. We did see, however, others open or planning to open in the coming months. Despite the unexpected obstacles, business development increased in Richmond during 2020. 621 new business licenses were issued throughout the calendar year. Our Richmond Mall continues to host many small businesses, and we've seen the development of several restaurants in the Richmond Center. The city is happy to support businesses of all size, and we want it known that Richmond is always open for business. We continue to improve our community outreach efforts at City Hall as well. Our smartphone app, My Richmond KY, is available on both Apple and Android phones and allows residents to report potholes, sidewalk repairs, broken street lights, and many other issues. I encourage everyone to download that app today or as quickly as possible. We have increased our social media presence, and our community information Facebook page now has over 5,500 followers, with some posts having reached tens of thousands of people at one time. In regards to our ongoing efforts on homelessness, the city was able to secure grant funding for the Room in the Inn project through the Kentucky Housing Corporation. The city provided $50,000 for Room in the Inn to offer free motel vouchers to those seeking shelter. This allowed them to offer 12 rooms, 7 nights a week, from December 2020 to March 2021. These rooms provided a warm place to stay for the homeless, while also attempting to safely and effectively prevent the spread of COVID-19. This program has been able to serve over 60 people, many of those for multiple nights, and was an invaluable resource during the harsh winter months and nights where temperatures dropped below freezing. I want to thank the many volunteers and program coordinators who made this effort possible during these uncertain times. The city currently has about 270 employees, and our Human Resources Department ensures that we fill all open positions with qualified individuals. They have also worked hard during the pandemic to monitor the well-being of our employees and elected officials as they have navigated the changing local, state, and federal guidelines in regards to the pandemic. The recent All-A Classic, while modified, provided a great opportunity for visitors to see Richmond and explore our community. While the pandemic created necessary safety adjustments, the unexpected extreme weather was another obstacle faced during this coveted event. Richmond tourism was able to adjust accordingly, and while we unfortunately weren't able to give the traditional All-A experience to the 32 teams, we were happy to accommodate the final 8 teams that played in the boys and girls tournament. The safety and security of our citizens have always been a top priority for me over the years. Our police and fire departments have been put to the ultimate test this year as they attempted to navigate the pandemic and provide the professional service they are known for in Richmond. With the passage of the CARES Act in Congress, we were able to provide $3.3 million in relief funds to our public safety agencies to cover overtime, PPE, purchases, protective equipment that is, personal protective equipment purchases, and other safety-related endeavors tied to the pandemic. We also purchased a new ladder truck for our fire department, a $1.5 million investment into the safety of our firefighters, and the community they serve. I'm grateful to each and every one of them as they worked on the front lines of the pandemic. Departments like Public Works and our Maintenance Department keep our operations literally and figuratively running. These departments work behind the scenes to provide the best possible service to the citizens of Richmond. The recent ice and snowstorm was proof of how important our Public Works Department is. And our Maintenance Department works to keep our 230-plus vehicles in top condition, including those salt and plow trucks you saw treating the roadways last month. Vehicle maintenance can be a costly line item for a city's budget, and we're grateful to be in good hands. The Information Technology Department is continuing to improve our city's technology, including modern upgrades to our network to provide important security on the back end. With the rapid rise in technology, there isn't a department or employee that isn't affected by our IT department's service. And we are quite fortunate to have the caliber of personnel we have in this department. They also facilitate the live streams of our monthly commission meetings and have been a big help in setting us up to hold these meetings virtually. These Zoom commission meetings can be found on our Community Information Facebook page or on Spectrum Cable Access Channel 378, where they are replayed on a regular basis. It is no secret that many programs and plans were changed or outright canceled over the last year. Even so, one safe and effective way to enjoy Richmond is through our parks system. Being socially distanced outdoors has proven to be a safe way to improve one's quality of life. Here, we rely upon the work of several departments: Parks and Recreation, Parks Grounds, Gibson Bay Golf, Gibson Bay Grounds, and Tourism. While many annual programs were not able to be held in their traditional manner, our Parks Department worked tirelessly to modify these events where possible to provide safe alternatives. A small-scale version of our 4th of July celebration, a drive-through Halloween hoedown, and the creation of the Santa Express in place of the Christmas parade are just a few examples of this department meeting the needs of our citizens, even in a time of crisis. The creation of programs like Kite Fest and the Tasty Tuesdays food truck event shows the dedication of our parks team in providing services where safely possible. We do plan to open Adventure Falls and Paradise Cove this year, after being forced to make the difficult decision to close them in 2020. These assets cater to folks outside of Richmond as well, as I will often drive through the parking lots and take notice of the many different out-of-county license plates that visit Richmond to enjoy Lake Reba and its offerings. Our recycling department continues to collect items to recycle and has seen an uptick in recyclables since the county has stopped their recycling operations. We encourage everyone to take advantage of our recycling efforts. You can have it picked up from your home within the city limits, or it can be dropped off day and night at our facility on Recycle Drive. The Codes, Planning, Safety, and Risk Management Department, affectionately known as our Mega Department, continues to operate safely and in a modified manner for our residents. Approximately 1,800 building permits were issued, and 41 new commercial construction projects started in 2020. In regard to safety, 15,000 construction and development-related inspections were conducted, and in efforts to continue to clean up our city, nearly 700 citations were issued for ordinance violations. We've also begun working on the city's comprehensive plan. This plan outlines the development and growth of Richmond 5 years at a time. We've engaged with consultants who have been instrumental in getting this process started. We've held one virtual public meeting and distributed a survey for citizen input through our Facebook page. Keep an eye out as we move forward with this plan, as more information will be presented in the coming months as we value your input during this process. As I near the close, I want to mention those agencies, those boards and other organizations that are providing services to the citizens as what I would call adjacent organizations to the city of Richmond. These include Richmond Utilities, Section 8 Housing, the Richmond Housing Authority, and Tourism. The city's Board of Commissioners approves mayoral appointments of members to these boards, which direct and govern the activities of the respective agencies. I also want to recognize the numerous boards and commissions that do the work of the city. These groups have also had to adapt, and most have met virtually throughout the last 12 months. There is the Planning and Zoning Commission, Board of Zoning Adjustments, the Board of Architectural Review, the Codes Enforcement Board, the Parks and Recreation Board, the Tourism and Convention Commission, the Human Rights Commission, the Golf Committee, and the Ethics Board. There are other boards which include members from the county and the city of Berea. Some of these are the Central Kentucky Regional Airport Board, the EKU Center for the Arts Board, the Madison County EMS Board, and the 911 Board. While this is not a complete presentation of the work of our city, it is an insightful snapshot into your local government. There are challenges ahead, and I will briefly discuss those. Biggest challenge we continue to face is this pandemic. And I can assure you that our elected officials and employees continue to operate in the safest manner possible to prevent the spread of this virus. The good news is that our state and Madison County have seen a decrease in the number of positive cases over the past several weeks. This is not, however, the time to get complacent, but a time to redouble our efforts in safety and prevention to overcome this pandemic as soon as possible. Secondly, our Parks Master Plan has revealed a shortage of around 200 acres in parks property relative to our population. We are hard at work to address this issue, and I believe we may have some solutions on the horizon. I again want to offer the opportunity to law enforcement, veterans, and scouts to lead the pledge to the flag in our commission meetings when it is safe to do so and when we're back here in the chambers and open to the public. The prayers are given by members of the Richmond Area Ministerial Association. If you are not a member of these groups but would like to participate in this way, please contact our city clerk. We ended 2020 with a sense of reflection, both a reflection of the time we have lost and the family members we have lost as well. We must never forget the 90 individuals we've lost in Madison County, the 4,800 we've lost in Kentucky, or the over 500,000 we've lost in our nation. These are trying times, but I believe an end is in sight. I approach the next several months in faith and am encouraged by people of faith. The New Testament words of the Apostle Paul are key to my moving forward in this and in life in general. After declaring to the Christians at Rome in Romans 8:18 that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory that shall be revealed to us, Paul went on to ask in verse 31 of that chapter, if God is for us, who can be against us? Thank you for listening. May God bless you, and may God bless the city of Richmond.